Greetings, YouTube. So in 745 days in office, which is a terrifying thought, the President of the United States lied 8,459 times, an average of 11 times a day. Some days he lied less, some days he lied more, but the average is 11. And he's not just lying about little things, like, maybe he doesn't or does endorse some obscure economic policy. No. He made false claims that, for example, they've stopped 4,000 terrorists at the borders when they've stopped none. He makes false claims about immigrants all the time, how dangerous they are, and they are more law-abiding than people born in America, because they understand if they get caught, they'll be deported. He talks about how many people they've killed, and I'm not saying they haven't killed anybody, but they've killed a hell of a lot less people, say, than the weather that has been turned crazy by climate change. In 2018, 247 Americans died because of climate change. So is he going to declare a national emergency about that? He sure as shit should. But he hasn't. He lies about everything and nothing. He lies about things you don't need to lie about because he's a pathological liar. Of course, he also thinks he's thin and has hair, neither which is true. He also thinks that women want him, which is not true. He has to pay them. Not that I have anything against sex work, but don't delude yourself if you're paying for it and thinking that they really like you. He's horrible. He's an embarrassment to the nation, the world, and the species. He should have no power. He isn't qualified to be in charge of a lemonade stand. He would probably poison and kill people. He's unqualified to be a dog catcher. He'd probably sell the dogs for meat. He's a horrible human being who has treated everyone in his life horribly. He has cheated on every wife he's had. He has 5 kids with 3 different women. Can you imagine a black guy trying to get elected who had 5 children with 3 different women? Of course not. He can pull it off. He's a confessed sexual assaulter. And yet, evangelical Americans voted for him. He's a homophobe, a transphobe, a religious zealot, a racist, a bigot at large, and the Tartler-in-Chief, incapable of doing anything but throwing tantrums every time he doesn't get his way. He wanted to bargain with the DACA policies that were in place that he removed. And then says, okay, you can have him back if you give me my wall. He is a despicable human being. And he lies. And he lies every day. Day after day after day. And the red caps lap it up. Because they're just as horrible. They have no more plausible deniability. Ever. We know too much now. Anyone that still supports him, anyone that votes for the GOP, has no plausible deniability. The smart ones among us have always known this. But apparently the Republican base didn't. Now they can't pretend they do. Even if they do have an entire news network designed to spewing out propaganda. And even some of them have begun to call him on his bullshit. He's a liar. He's always been one. He always will be one. And if you believe him, you're an idiot.